All right, everyone. So this is an update I did not want to give, but there have been matchmaking issues really all day, and I figured if we're going to be this Gears of War channel, we're going to have to give updates like this as well. So the Gears community, this was about 6 hours ago, tweeted the team is aware of matchmaking issues and is working on a fix. Keep an eye out here for updates. Thank you for your patience. So they posted that 6 hours ago from the time I'm making this video. Now, when I first saw that, I said, okay, let's see how long it lasts. Well, about an hour ago, so remember, 6 hours ago, and now reading this, an hour ago, they put something else out. Multiplayer matchmaking in Gears of War Reloaded is currently being affected by a widespread service outage affecting multiple games. This does not affect the campaign or private matches. The team is actively working on a fix. Now, as of the making of this video, they have not given any update on the Gears community Twitter account or X account about this, but we can assume, based off this, that for 5 hours of the minimum, okay, there was this server outage. Now, I completely understand that stuff happens, okay? And one thing I try to do, especially on this channel, is you never want to get to a point where you're, constantly criticizing and attacking the game or anything like that. And I think anybody who watches this channel knows we're very positive. I love Gears of War Reloaded, and I love the series as a whole. But things like this, they do build up, and in terms of not with me, but with people that play the game. If you're trying to attract people to come play the game, especially now with the PlayStation there, and you're getting these server issues, it becomes a very easy thing for people to go, I'm done with this game, right? I'm just not going to play it. And it is a game that's super addicting. I could play it all day, but that's not really the point, right? The point is not, is Gears of War a good game and is it addicting? This game that we're playing right now, Gears of War Reloaded, spawned one of the best trilogies on the Xbox 360, right? So we already knew this game was really good, right? We're going to wait and see if E Day is good. We already knew this game is good, but it needs to have the top notch servers. It has to have the top notch everything. You can't have lag issues. You can't have all of these different things. And to be fair, um, I've personally haven't had any connection problems that have been very serious, but I know you go on Steam, people aren't happy about it with crashes and things like that. Now you have a server problem. This is the kind of stuff that hopefully they can get out on Reloaded, and then come, Gears of War E Day, we don't get any of this. Look, back in the day, Gears of War 2, I remember Gears of War 2 is my favorite. Sir, it's tough to say it's my favorite game all time, but pretty easily. It's not tough to say it in the sense of I feel like it is, but there's just so many games. But I could probably go ahead and say that's probably my favorite game of all time. And I'll tell you, when that game first launched, that had server problems like crazy. Okay, it was the wait times were nuts. The difference is that this is a different time in gaming where you know launch day, maybe you can get away with this kind of stuff, right? Maybe people won't make too big of a deal out of it on launch day, but we're pretty far removed from that launch day, right? We're 5 days removed. And so this stuff certainly happens. And I don't, want to make a bigger deal out of something, especially because there's probably a million and one reasons why this happened. This isn't always just, them doing something wrong. Who knows what would have happened, right? This is all kind of above my pay grade, and I'm sure they'll update it at some point. But when you add on what's going on Steam, when you add on this kind of stuff, it just builds, right? And it creates negativity around the game, and people start getting upset about it. So here's hoping this is kind of a one-off deal, but I had to make the video because, like I said, the first tweet, I didn't do a video on that. That was 6 hours ago. The latest update was 1 hour ago, 5 hours in between. And even at that point, they had still not fixed it. And so, like I said, maybe some people aren't experiencing it. I don't know the entire story on this, but if they're still talking about it, my guess is this is something that's affecting enough people, and they still haven't announced that they really have gotten a fix yet. So this is, in my opinion, very serious. So thank you all for watching.